Hello everyone, today's the second episode of Geekgo. In this episode, I'm going to try and improve upon my last one, and... Hey, what is that? E.T.? What are you doing here?
E.T. Make fun. Play game.
Oh, so you don't like what I said about your video game, did you?
Play game.
Yeah, as if I'm gonna.
E.T. Probe hole.
Oh. Okay, those games sound okay then. Okay, so this first game we're looking at is Air Combat. It's a pretty simple game. You got planes flying on top, and each player plays one of these cannons in the bottom. I have to say the blue cannon is really hard to see since the background is blue as well. The more planes you hit, the more points you get. When you push the joystick down, the cannon points upwards. You can't shoot outwards, so you can only shoot up and inwards. The sound effects are pretty cool, and, you know, the planes keep changing, so there's a bit of variety going on. But the gameplay itself stays the same. Helicopters come along, planes come along, and then they just keep coming. Also, the different game modes here, as you can see here, the orange guy, his cannon fire is a wider line. The blue one's just shooting dots. That's not really fair. So the next game is Blackjack. In case you don't know how to play Blackjack, basically, the first player to get the highest number wins. However, any number higher than 21 is a bust, and you lose. You get dealt a card, you have a look at it and think, I have a 7 maybe. And that's obviously a really small number, so you say, okay, I want another card. Hit me. And then you get the second card. If it's a small card, then you say hit me again, until you reach a number that you're satisfied with. If you get to a number about 19, you're probably going to say, I'll stay, because if hit me again, you'll probably get busted. As for this game, yeah, it's Blackjack. Nothing too special here. However, the sound effects do get really annoying, and they're starting to blow my eardrums. The next game is Fun with Numbers. It's not really a game. Look, there's an equation on the screen, and then you find out the answers. 9 plus 4 equals 13. Yay! I have to say though, the sound effects are pretty amusing. When you change the numbers, you can almost get like a little music beat. So yeah, this game is also an Atari 2600 instrument. That's kinda cool. But really, this for a launch title? You got stuff like flying planes and cannons, and what do? Fun with numbers. Yeah. Just imagine it now. Merry Christmas, son! I got you a nice video game. Really? I've never played one of these before. You put the first game in and it's what? Oh, adding. Yay. And next we have Indy 500. You might have played one of those racing games on the internet, like one of those flash games, where you have a top-down thing. Well, basically, the button makes the car accelerate, and you turn the joystick left and right to turn left and right. The sound effects are... they sound like cars, I guess. And look at this, you can drive as fast as you want. Crashing doesn't blow your car, it just slows you down. Makes perfect sense. Next game has Street Racing. You go up and you dodge cars. Yeah, that's it. That's boring, I'd rather go play Indy 500. Well, at least in this game, there's actually car damage when you crash. So wait. This game has better crashing mechanics than GT5. One more thing about this game, it's called Street Racing, except the cars resemble Formula 1 racers, and you're driving on a straight line, and this street also has blue rivers around the side, and looks green. Huh. Next we have Surround. Yeah, you ever played that Snake game on the Nokia phones? Basically the same thing, except here, it's either 2-player, or you play against the computer. That's all I can say about it. Next we have Video Olympics. That's kind of a wrong title, because there aren't that many ball games in the Olympics. You got your basic Pong, and different versions of Pong. Like here, I don't know what's going on, the other guy's invisible. Oh, this makes more sense. Yeah, see the other guy. That's like double Pong. You got some kind of football. You got football again, but just different variations, and you're moving more people. You got football with dead bodies, because they don't move. Hockey. Reverse football. Squash. You got beach volleyball in a prison cell. That's what it looks like. And you also have basketball. kind. This game is really hard to play. And you have I'm Lonely. Next we have Starship. Well, you just push the stick, down is up, up is down, like most ship flying simulators. Button is to fire lasers. I think those orange ball are like asteroid fields that you fly across. Oh, universes. So you shoot UFOs, some guy in a doggy style, weird pink aliens, and mosquitoes. One thing I do have to say here is that while all these companies produce these games for the Atari 2600, Atari felt the need to release these games on their own, as well as the company releasing their own carts. So what you see here is the Atari carts with some boring shit-ass logo. Look at that, that's pathetic. What is the point? Look at this nice logo for the nice box art. And the Atari version is just text. Yeah, kids really want to look at that and say, "Ooh, I want to play that." Except this cover can fuck off because that's just misleading. And last but not least, we have Combat. Or maybe I should just call it Tank Go Boom. Well, basically you're either playing against another player or the AI and you just drag two tanks around and shoot each other. The different games are just variations on the map. Like you can see here, the walls blocking you off. Another thing I have to say that after you shot your cannon, you can use the joystick to make your rockets go in different directions. It's like Wanted, you see that film? And then you have the plane game, which if you move the stick up, you go up, stick down, you go down. The jet game is pretty similar, but it's almost like in between. You move left and right to turn, and you also can't stop like in the plane game. It's like in the middle of the tank and the plane. And those things mean nothing to me, they're just clouds. And of course there are different versions of this game where there are more planes or less planes or different sizes. And then finally, although this is not a launch title, it is a sequel to Combat. Combat 2, appropriately named. Basically this is very similar to Combat in that you're two tanks driving around trying to kill each other. But this time instead of shooting the enemy's tank, you're trying to shoot their walls down and then shooting their base. Once you hit the base behind the walls, you win. And there's actually a map maker in this game. The map maker on Atari 2600 is pretty amazing. But this game was never released until 2001 in the Classic Gaming Expo. It was going to be released, but E.T. destroyed the gaming industry, and this game was never made.
Friend, load like game.
What, what's that, E.T.? You don't like what I'm saying about you?
Propos.
Well, yeah, fuck you!
E.T. magic finger. Glowy.
Oh no, not the finger. Ah!
Like finger. Finger.
You know one thing Doom taught me? Is to keep a shotgun with you. So when they bury you, you can keep it next to you and fight off the zombies. Well, good luck me, cause here's my shotgun. Yeah. You're fucked now.
Oh,
Phew. Well, sorry people, if you liked E.T. I killed him. Guess he'll never make a return. Ever. So yeah, have a nice day.
glowy.